This is the Mid-Atlantic weather, Saturday, January 29th weather outlook. This week we'll be looking at both potential for some ice, but mainly a rain event, and then a turn to colder weather. Very long term, I will mention that it looks like we may have a breakdown in some of the warmth late in the long term, but that's just speculation right now. So getting on to the weather maps for today, I wanted to start off by showing you the radar. You can see the parts of a clipper here coming through. Areas of Maryland are getting some light snow, as well as Pennsylvania. This isn't going to amount to much. Some people may see up to an inch in Pennsylvania. In the eastern part, off the Great Lakes, which is really where the energy for any of these storms are coming from, they will continue to see maybe 1 to 3, 3 to 6 types of inches of snow. That's because of the Great Lakes. In Northern Virginia, there could be some flurries, as well as Maryland, Delaware, up into New Jersey, and the New England area, obviously, because of this energy moving through. There may even be pockets of some rain as the temperatures warm a little bit today. So we're back to next week's storm. This storm continues to look like a west of the Appalachians, not applications, that's funny, system. The low is going to come up from the south like this and then start to drift east as it runs into blocking cold up here. But this cold up here is not going to be anything strong enough really for us to get much of anything. So realistically, we're dealing with a system that is not going to really be able to cause us too much in ice in the region. I do think we'll see a start of ice, mainly in the valleys, probably a little bit of these big cities north. Now, obviously, anything north of this blue line, which you're seeing right here, this is the rain-snow line, although I still think we will see some mixing, especially up in this region. New England looks like it's going to get hit again with a serious snowstorm. I mean, this is serious amounts of precipitation in a very short period of time. So, again, New England will continue to work on their record warmth. This low looks to track, at least on this model, straight across the city, reforming off the east coast and moving up. And that's Washington, D.C., the city that's going to go through. And then New England continues to just get buried. Oops, that line's definitely too big. Up in this region, it's just going to get another monster storm. Hartford, Connecticut has hit its snowiest winter almost, or I think at least its snowiest month. And they're just going to add to it next week with just more and more snow. So what are we dealing with in the long term? Actually, before I show you the long term, I just wanted to show you how much precip is coming out of this. The low is very, very moist. As we can see, as it comes out of the Gulf, it's going to bring a lot of moisture. As it moves up into New England, again, look at all this precipitation. This is over an inch, inch and a quarter. This is over an inch. Northern Virginia looks like it's going to be in a 3/4 of an inch of precipitation. So there's a lot of moisture with this storm. So a lot of people are going to see either a lot of snow melt if it's south, really in this area here. If there's any snow left, it's gone. Actually, that line was huge. How about any snow here? You're going to see a lot of snow melt. Obviously, the mountains won't see all of it melt because there's a lot up there. So now the long term. The long term is really looking dry. You can see high pressure systems all over the map from the northwest all the way across to Atlantic. And you also can see this blue line way down south. I mean, going into Mexico, into the Gulf, a lot of cold conditions. Now, what's interesting about this is, as I look more northeast, I do see what looks like a little bit of a 50-50 low. Don't really worry about that. But I don't see predominant blocking here. And what does this mean in the long term? I think we're going to see a breakdown in the pattern. What that will mean is that milder temperatures should make it here after the long term. I've seen some cold towards the middle part of late next week or so. Potentially, with the big snowstorm in the northeast and driving rain here for a little bit here in the lower or middle Atlantic. Beyond that, we could actually see it, I would say, mild up, more seasonal. Finally, the southeast will mild up again. They're experiencing mild weather today, but they'll definitely see the cold air again based on this map. So long term, it looks like it's going to first cool down and then probably warm up for a while, but we'll see. I mean, the pattern this winter has been, it looks like it's going to wild up or get warmer, and then we get another Arctic plunge. So we'll see how that goes. And that's it for the Mid-Atlantic Weather Saturday Outlook. I got kind of long and I just rambled on, so I hope it was good for you. Have a good one.